on camera. The police are about an hour overdue. So I, as you know, that I've copied you and I've copied in CJSU at police as well as my legal aid lawyer. Oh, it's terribly tedious for Laine. So CJSU is the Criminal Justice Support Unit, and so I've sent quite a lot of information to them so that even if a couple of thugs turn up and decide to beat me up, which has happened before when some crooks got me falsely trespassed, totally illegally, but I've got to go through the fucking rigmarole anyway before the magistrate goes, off she goes. What happens is if the police decide that that they've got enough to press charges, because it's not you who presses charges unless you want to take a private suit, and that's pretty expensive and they don't often let you do it, then if you want to take a private suit against me for trespassing in your home during a period of time that you unequivocally gave me till at the very bottom. So tiresome, isn't it, Laine? People's rights are so tiresome, aren't they? And nice having a nice friend like Laine who finds vulnerable people's rights incredibly tiresome. Even more tiresome when they know their own rights. And look at John, look at that guy, he's a bleeding heart. When did you find out that I was intending to take my life, John? It was after you went back on your contract when you said I could do with the money. It was after that, and you didn't like it because I drew up a contract that did you a favour by getting you out of the Residential Tenancies Act and had to therefore place you. Here's Laine put her hand up. I'm not allowed to speak. She's going to photograph me as if that's going to do her any good. You're photographing me explaining the law, Laine. Good job, lady. Luckily, you've got the good side of my face. Most people's good side is the left. Very unusual to be the right. Missing teeth on the right, you see. So John is all bleeding heart. He was so sorry for the suicidal person whom he had no idea was suicidal until he decided that he couldn't get money out of her without having some sort of law to operate under. John just wanted to keep it simple and take money without any law being involved. And as soon as I gave him the option of the CGA rather than the RTA, he got gun shy and he decided that he couldn't help me. And at that point I said, well, I don't see much option for myself but death. And then he tells Laine that he made the offer because he was under duress of the terrible sympathy for a suicidal woman whom he did not know was suicidal until he kicked in the guts and broke his contract with her. And look at how sad and distressed he is to find out that this woman has taken steps to end her own life in the same room as that other poor sap. Hi there, Laine's phone. Laine is filming me explaining my rights to Laine and to John, and Laine seems to think that I'm doing something
the
wrong.
The ambulance is coming, you're going to get help. You're going to get help.
Right. Okay, so what about the Trespass Act?
You'll get help. What do you want me to do with all your stuff?
Under the Trespass Act, that's covered.
How's it covered? What do you want me to do with it?
Well, I am, as I've said to you, under the influence of a number of medications at the moment.
Which you chose to take?
Laine, you don't know anything about anything.
Some people have to have an injection every 2 days under the Act.
He's talking about the Mental Health Act, and John is making up some nonsense that I'm under the Mental Health Act.
I talk
On this.
the psychiatrist.
What psychiatrist? I am not under the Mental Health Act.
Well, perhaps maybe that would be a solution for you.
Laine, why on earth would I take advice from you when I don't know who you are except a possibly very nasty old woman? I've been in Hillmorton. I got sectioned under the Mental Health Act by Hillmorton because I tried to kill myself for similar reasons. And because I was acting listen to me, and it was not one of the first things I told. John and I ended up, I felt that John, as an SB, I felt that I could trust John, but I'm not very good. Now, I went under the Mental Health Act because they had a suspicion that I had. Listen, Laine. I'm sorry, Laine. If you are making comments about my should being under the Mental Health Act.
No, I just said that might be a solution. It's your choice.
No, Laine. I'm afraid that you can summon the intellect to listen to me. I was under the Mental Health Act. They discharged me because I didn't have a mixed mood disorder. I had post-traumatic stress disorder, which they immediately released me from the mental health under. I was trialled. You are interested, that's why you are filming me. And, well, I'm not really interested in you either, Laine, but this is evidence for court that you are a bigoted old bat telling me I should be under the Mental Health Act when I'm telling you that I've been released from the Mental Health Act because I have PTSD from the treatment of the likes of you and your darling friend here, who is clearly beside himself in tears because of the suicidal woman who he cannot seem to cope with making homeless. Now, I've got an extremely sore stomach, and I'm far more bored of you than you are of me, but if you're going to pull your camera out at me and tell me to be under the Mental Health Act, what do you think you're going to get out of filming me, Laine? You are aiding and abetting this fucking criminal who told me...
You're going to the big house for a long time.
Yeah, John, yeah. You know about the big house, do you? I'm going back to my room. This is the stuff that I'm hoping the police will help me bring.